Well, I joined North of England a long time ago, back in 2009. I spent my first year in Newcastle in the head office, and but I was recruited specifically to work in Greece because that's where I wanted to be. And after a year of having the privilege of sharing a room with Stephen Mills, to teach me all the things that I needed to know before being, out there in Greece at the sharp end, I relocated to the Greek office. The office was much smaller then, but the people were very welcoming. And what I've always loved about working on the Greek team and for North of England generally is the support, the wealth of experience that people are willing to share with you. And if you don't know the answer to something, there'll be somebody in loss prevention, one of the master mariners, or in P&I, or one of the people that have been doing shipping for decades, who'll be able to talk it through with you and share that experience. So even though it's a small office and you've got all the benefits of that, it's and the good relationships, it's got a nice family feel to it. You also have that backup from the team in Newcastle and indeed all over the world. Well, mainly my day consists of advising on FD&D legal claims, and also now that I've been at the North of England for over 11 years, I do spend a fair bit of time discussing claims with my colleagues and, trying to give them the benefit of what I've learned after all these years in exactly the same way as I had that support when I first joined the North of England. And interspersed with that, of course, and one of the really nice things about being in the Greek office is the fact that we are on the doorstep of our membership, and we have meetings, we give seminars, we go out and about quite a lot. And I actually learnt to drive specifically for the job. I didn't have a driving license before I came to work in Greece, so that was a little bit of a baptism of fire, because of course the road, the style of driving in Greece is completely different from what you might expect in England. But once I'd got that down, I was zipping around all over the place. So I think, we missed that recently because of the, difficulties with lockdown. We're very much looking forward to those restrictions being lifted so that we can see people again, because I think it does make a real difference to be able to go into people's offices, to have face-to-face meetings, and that personal understanding and development of the relationship. And you can tell so much more by looking at people's expressions and when they're speaking to you, and understand what it is that they really want to get out of a particular situation when you're trying to resolve a dispute. So it's a very varied day for us typically. It's hard to put your finger on one specific thing. I always love to win. And when I say win, I don't necessarily mean going, getting an arbitration award or a court judgment. Successfully negotiating a good settlement brings me great satisfaction. And the more difficult it's been and the longer it's dragged on, and the more complex it's been, the better that feeling is. So there have been many instances where I've felt proud, and I found it difficult to get in front of people and speak at seminars and so on and so forth. But, with the support of everybody, really, not just my colleagues, but also the membership, people are so welcoming and so hospitable and all the rest of it. So I guess there are a few occasions when I've had to, you know, do public speaking and have come away feeling like that was a great achievement. And of course, I have to mention, you know, my recent promotion to Deputy Director for the Greek FD&D team obviously is something that I feel very proud of, and very happy to be leading such a fantastic team down here. Well, the office is a lot bigger now. There's quite a few more people, but really, it's still got the same ethos and it's still got that same special energy. We've moved now from where we were originally. We used to be just next to the Church of St. Nicholas. So on St. Nicholas's Day, which is the 6th of December, as I know very well, because that's the name of my son, those bells just rang and rang and rang all day. And so I don't miss that in our new offices, because that was quite difficult to carry on working. But obviously now we've got a bigger team, we've got more meeting rooms, we're able to, when we're not restricted on travel, we're able to host our colleagues coming down from Newcastle much more easily, and we've got, you know, great facilities to be able to host our members as well. And I think really it just seems to go from strength to strength. We've now got a fantastic FD&D team down here in Greece. We've got, of course, Elizabeth Papuzzi, Dimitra Kapaz, Ruth Gallagher, Alexiana Calafite, and of course my co-deputy director, Antigone Yaniotis. So we're 6 strong, and that makes a huge difference. And I think we're just going to go from strength to strength.